how I managed to transform my van and my whole trip right around, going from pure misery on the first night. Oh God. half bloody two. To pure bliss. Here we are, cozy as on the second in just a few hours. So I arrive into Queenstown, get my rental van sorted. I'm in a Toyota Hiace 10-seater, all-wheel drive. It's 8:30 in the evening and I'm like, okay, gotta find somewhere to camp up. Set up my air mattress between the two seats, have my sleeping bag. About half an hour later, it's dark, ready to go to bed. Here, psst, air mattress is deflating. And I'm like, bugger. It's getting pretty cold in the van. Try and fall asleep and I get about 2 or 3 hours sleep and it's 2:30 in the morning. I wake up, I'm on a pretty deflated mattress, hanging from between the seats, and I'm like miserable. I'm freezing. I'm like, oh God, I cannot sleep. I have my hat on, I have my jacket, I have all my layers on, and I'm like, it's too cold. Eventually I give up, get out, get up at 3 a.m. and start driving around Queenstown with the hot air coming out of the air vents. I go find myself a hostel and lie down in their lounge, and it's still freezing in there, and I'm just lying there like, oh, this is no better either. Just all sorts of thoughts are going through my mind of like, what have I done renting this van? It's freezing at night. What am I going to do? Am I going to drive up to north where it's warmer already and just forget about my plans? Like, am I going to have to stay in hostels every night and pay money for a hostel as well as paying for this van that I'd planned on living out of for the next 5 weeks? Absolutely not. So I get into action. Morning comes, 9 a.m, op shops open. There's 3 op shops on the same street within 2-minute walk from each other, and I just go. I get a baby mattress, cozy ass fur thing for over it. I got this double duvet, and I get all sorts of stuff in the op shops. I get like a little bin, I get a cooler bag, I got more Tupperware, I got this an Oodie. Check it. Rainbows and unicorns. I am never going to be cold again. Also got a dressing gown. Yeah, I just absolutely sorted myself out. I was measuring between the seats, in and out of the op shops, bringing the mattress out, seeing if it fit perfectly, like a glove, like a dream glove. I spent about 4 or 5 hours going in and out of those op shops, chatting to the women at the desk, enrolling them in what I'm up to, showing them my van. They were helping me out. They were amazing. They were like, oh, you could get this for your van, or oh, I have just the thing for you, and helping me out. They were brilliant. Things were looking bleak in the early AM hours. I was feeling so powerless against the cold. I'm freezing. I just want to be warm. I just want to be cozy, and there's no way I can do that. And now, if I want to get really cozy, I can. Lord of the Rings here beside us. Moral of the story is, I was powerless against the cold. I had no power. I had a dream on what I wanted this trip to look like, and my dream got completely thwarted. And rather than staying a victim of my circumstances, I took action. I knew what I was committed to on this trip, and I went and I made it happen. Is there anywhere in your life that you can see that you are being a victim of your circumstances and you could take an action that would make a difference in what you're committed to? I was wandering around the streets of Queenstown at 4 a.m, dark, nobody around, so cold. I was like, oh, I'm being such a victim here, of being a victim of my circumstances. Started like doing jumping jacks and doing sprints up and down the street in my trying to get warm. I hope you've taken some inspiration from this privileged white boy's story of the cold, and join me over the next 5 weeks. I'd love to have you along for this incredible journey. 5 weeks of New Zealand, south to the top. Unbelievable views, Lord of the Rings locations, sharing my journey, sharing my stories, and having a lot of fun. Living the absolute dream! I am living my dream. Please drop a like if you've taken something from this, if you've enjoyed. Leave a comment of whatever you've gotten from it. I would love to hear your feedback. Share with anyone you think would take something from this. Thank you.